At the Piggly Wiggly, we proudly support our local farmers and bring you the best they have to offer, all at cost plus 10%. When you shop local, you reinvest in your community. Remember, buy local, shop local. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line that we offer Blue Cross Blue Shield, we offer dental, we offer disability, we offer vision, we offer life insurance, cancer insurance. We also have a 401k where we match up to 4%, dollar per dollar up to 4%. We also have automatic trucks. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We help you save for your future.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance.
A personal touch. A high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Good morning and welcome to Today in L.A. and Pike County Ford's Picks of the Week, brought to you by Pike County Ford. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a full house today.
Got a big panel.
And in fact, I'm going to let them all introduce themselves.
Good morning, I'm Virginia Green Nowley.
She'll start at the split end position.
Champion from last year, I need to add.
In basketball, she's a shooting guard. Go ahead.
All right, Ricky Clark, General Manager of Pike County Ford here in Troy, Alabama.
And Neil Armstrong, a long friend of Mr. Mike Amos, and Wally and I do the weekend football review. Hope you'll join us. Glad Mike invited me again this year after I whooped all y'all last year.
Well, it was a boy. You know who did the whipping. He's sitting right next to us, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't tell everybody. I was hoping everybody forgot.
And we're gonna stay with these helmets for a while until we feel like it's closing us up a little bit. Of course, I'm Mike Amos, and for umpteen years now, bringing you the scoreboard show right here on our channel. Of course, today is Pike County Pike County Ford's Picks of the Week.
Mike, I'll go to
Pike County Ford on the bypass.
I'll go to my grave thinking that her husband Blake was making those picks last year.
Oh yeah, well he's the game warden now. He's supposed to be in the woods.
I make my own picks. And,
he's supposed to be in the woods. And you know, by the way, Dove's season, does it open this weekend?
It's soon. If it's
what did he say? He just said something.
Yes, the 10th. Next weekend.
Next weekend.
It's coming up soon.
Will we have morning hunts this year? Will there be morning dove hunts this year?
Not on the first day, he said.
Not on the first day, but there will be some morning hunts. But, you know, I tell you what happened, though, to dove hunting. You know, for many years, you know, you only saw one, maybe two college football games on TV.
Right.
Well, that means everybody went to dove hunting, and they would listen to their favorite team on the radio while they were waiting for the bird to come in. They were getting sick off raw peanuts. You know, you boys out of Texas, I don't know if y'all got sick off raw peanuts.
Green peanuts.
But that was the way it was, and you would everybody be sitting back there waiting for the bird to come in, and you'd hear a roar, and they'd say, "Oh, Alabama just scored," or something like that. But now, because everybody's on TV now. In fact, we've got Auburn on television tomorrow, we've got Troy on television tomorrow, and we got Alabama all back to back. People are not able to go dove hunting like they used to be because they want to watch those games. So if you're gonna go dove hunting, your chances are during the week or maybe Sunday afternoon. You know.
Yep.
Good enough.
But of course, Neil, tell everybody what you do for a living.
Mike, I run the court system for the city. I run the Troy Municipal Court, and we have court every other Wednesday. Every now and then, Miss Virginia Nowling represents clients in my court, and she does a great job. But all the officers, they have to bring their cases to me, and I have to make sure they're legal and and get them ready to present to the judge at the bench.
The other night, Will Matthews was on our show yesterday, 2 days ago, and he was here and had a court hearing, and they said that hearing went on into the night. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you had to work a little overtime.
Well, we don't specifically have night court, but when we start the 1 o'clock docket on trial day in the afternoon, we finish the trial.
Now, we're not going to mention anything at all about the trial itself, but it went into the night, 11, 12 o'clock, almost midnight?
My goodness.
But we're going the court staff and Judge Baker, we're going to finish the trials that are on the docket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, Ricky, tell us a little bit about you. I know you moved to Troy very recently from Marshall, Texas. There's a new Marshall in town, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. I moved down here about 2 months ago in June from Marshall, Texas, to take over, manage, and own a piece of the Pike County Ford here in Troy, Alabama.
We're glad to have you.
We're glad to be here.
Good morning, you on Today in L.A. How you doing?
Hey, morning.
Morning, Mike.
Mike Amos calling in from Birmingham this morning. I reckon we'll let you sit in on some of this, Mike, if you want to.
Well, I had Northwestern. You thought Purdue was going to win that game last night.
I don't know what I was thinking about, man.
I think you asked the wrong person.
Is that on the pick sheet? Did we get a free one?
You know, it didn't take but about 5 minutes into that game for me to know I made the wrong decision. I was eating dinner last night with a guy that just thought for sure Purdue, they're getting better, would win that game. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
But any other games to talk about real quickly, Mike, from last night?
Not really. I mean, Jimbo Fisher won big with Texas A&M. Won his first game, I think 59-7, and there's a few other games. Central Florida won big against Connecticut, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Well, that quarterback at Central Florida is a real deal. Yeah, he reminds me of Johnny Manziel and the way he scoots around and just fires it downfield. Well, he's exciting.
Yeah. Now, the guy that reminds me of Johnny Manziel, you'll see him in action at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy. His name is Caleb Barker, and I tell you, he reminds me a lot of a young Johnny Manziel who can sort of has eyes in the back of his head, Of course, it's going to be a big day for Caleb Barker as he takes our Trojans into battle against the Broncos of Boise State. And all you Broncos out there, good morning. Good morning.
They can see you on Facebook.
To God's country and Alabama, and Troy, Alabama, and hope you had a great trip over here. There's some folks getting up early, and some folks probably still trying to get their first cup of coffee down as we get ready to pick some football games, high school and college.
I actually doubt anybody drove from Boise.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Mike,
I'm planning on driving to Nebraska. How about that?
I guarantee you, if Troy would have played in Boise, there'd be several people drive like they did last year.
Yeah, no question about it. I want to mention a couple of high school scores. Leo Montgomery beat Lanier 20-7. Mountain Brook, Mike, all you guys, guys drinking mint juleps up there in Birmingham, they beat Centerport 43-0. Carver. Well, these are just teams from upstate, so most of them. Reeltown beat Dadeville. Gosh, Mike, that was a big win. Reeltown beat Dadeville 34-6.
That is a
Dadeville always has a good team, and Reeltown is pretty good, but they're not supposed to beat Dadeville. That was a shocker there. And of course, just looking at some other scores of Avengers Jackson beat Clark County 20-0. But those are the high schools that played on Thursday night. Of course, we have a whole slew of games tonight, and we're looking forward to it. Ricky, tell us about what's going on at Pike County Ford on the bypass right here in Troy.
Man, I tell you, we are being very aggressive trying to keep local folks buying here in Troy, Alabama. We're going to match any written offer from anybody. And we're just here to take care of people before and after the sale. Service department, sales department, anything we can do in the community, that's what we're trying to do. we're just trying to get out there and meet everybody and just be a part of the local community.
Well, I tell you what, you have definitely been out there, and of course you're going to be at the football game this weekend, and you'll have a tent, so drop by your tent. Where's your tent going to be?
The tent is in, I believe, the 17th spot. It'll be the second tent off the main road.
Yeah.
So right there where the walk comes through.
And you're going to be cooking?
We're going to be cooking hamburgers and local Conecuh sausage and handing out T-shirts and koozies and everything else.
But you know now, I just keep hearing Conecuh. Well, listen, there's a little place in Elba that's pretty good, wouldn't you say?
Kelly's.
Kelly's.
Yeah, I've heard about Kelly's.
And of course, Kelly's is delicious. Of course, Pike Liberal Arts is on the road this weekend to Freeport, Florida. Charles Henderson will be heading to Enterprise, and the Goshen Eagles will play host to the Ayrton Purple Cats in what should be a great football game. Now, are you still officiating?
No, sir, I gave it up.
You did, because you used to wear the white hat, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Several years. I enjoyed that. That was a great passion of mine. I really enjoyed it.
As we mentioned, of course, Neil and Wiley will do the play-by-play of the Enterprise game tonight from Enterprise, and that game can be seen at 9 o'clock in the morning right here on Channel 2, the Charles Henderson High School Enterprise game. So look forward to that. Now we're about ready to get into this, everybody, and good luck to you. And, of course, I'm sure Ricky's going to wonder, said, man, I've never heard of these teams in my life, and he's trying to get me to pick. And, you know, a lot of people like to copy her paper.
Yeah,
she's bad. Listen, Ricky.
I have never cheated off anybody.
We're playing. Well, didn't you take, surely you took advantage of the meal at B. Graves,
At B. Graves, it was delicious.
Oh, wow.
And is that what we're playing for this year, or are we going to up the stakes a little bit?
Well, I don't know.
So to speak.
Mike Jr.
Top that.
I know it, exactly.
Mike Jr.
Yeah.
When we get to the Northwestern Purdue game, don't say nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Just let her roll.
And also I want to mention the winner this year wins a brand new F-150.
Woo, Ricky!
All right.
Ricky really came through.
And they're going to let you pick your own.
Just take your pick. You come to line,
Ricky's going to let you pick your own color. But no, let me tell you something. It'll be a nice dinner again. Who wins? And of course, this girl was born to one Burton Green, one of my closest friends of all time, and comes from a family of great girls. You were the middle child.
I'm the middle child.
And of course, Emily was the
spoiled one.
Emily,'s the oldest.
And
I'm
Sally.
the middle, and Sally's the baby.
And all beautiful girls.
Oh my goodness.
And I want to say hello to Marshall, Texas. Is your wife watching us on Facebook?
She told me she is. So
Okay.
I'd have to check my phone.
All right,
Hey, Ricky's wife.
Ricky was out late last night, but we were eating supper together. And, of course, I was at the Charles Henderson Middle School game, and big crowd there last night. Okay, we're going to
Did Troy have a big pep rally last night?
Yeah, they did, and I missed it, but they had a big one.
I saw some footage on Facebook, and it looked like a nice crowd, Michael.
Yeah. Mike, do
Neil,
you want...
I want to know who was doing the camera work for Troy's bid day when your daughter was on AL.com, maybe in about 20 pictures.
That was Joey Meredith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Joey
Yeah.
Meredith.
Listen, he's got all these cameramen paid off now, no question. and I think his daughter won more money at graduation than anybody in Charles Henderson history.
Bless her heart, I'm proud of her.
I know you are. You got every reason to be. Want to mention that our cameraman didn't show up last night. So
At the middle school game?
yeah, that had a little bit to do with it. But it was a good game, big crowd, and we're just happy to be here this morning. All right,
Mr. Mike, they beat Coppinville 20-0, right?
Yeah, they did, and let me tell you, a good-looking football team from the Charles Henderson Middle School, coached by the son of a legend, Coach Lowry's son.
That's right.
You know, former
Brantley coach.
Mm-hmm. And his son got off to his first coaching debut in a big way.
I bet Coach Lowry was there watching his son.
Yeah, and of course, Coach Lowry was just a legendary coach at Brantley for a long time. We're going to get started this morning, and Mike, you going to play with us, or you going to just sit around?
I'll sit around and listen a little bit.
Okay.
He picked yesterday.
All right, let's go. Now, you're welcome to play now. Just let us know who you like.
Well, you know, I got 2 baby girls.
Yeah, I know it. You're exactly right. Pike County Ford Picks of the Week is brought to you by Pike County Ford on the bypass, and right now, you're dealing. You're dealing. Is that right?
I'm dealing, man. That's right. We are dealing.
I'm about ready for a deal. I got an 06 F-150.
All right.
Well, you know, the F-150.
Me and Mike got the same truck.
You're exactly right.
It's the exact same.
Yeah,
same color scheme.
I got 2 trucks now. I'm truck.
Bubba is back. Bubba is back.
Bubba
Out County Ford.
You gotta call Bubba.
You got to call Bubba.
Now, who else is going to be able to sell a car because Bubba's there? I mean, they're going to be lined up outside his booth.
We got Bubba. If Bubba's busy, we got Jermaine. We got,
I know,
we got a
some
couple
great
of new guys there. We're building our family and team there. So
No question
we'll have
about
plenty
it.
to wait on.
And we're dealing at Pike County Ford right here in Troy. Of course, Charles Henderson at Enterprise, and Enterprise big 7A school, Ricky, and been good for a long time. So has Charles Henderson. Who do you like here?
I'll tell you what, I've got to stick with the hometown team here. We got to go with.
You're politically correct.
We are going to
Political pick.
We're going to throw the upset.
There you go.
Right off the bat this year. Charles
Exactly
Henderson
right.
beats Enterprise in Enterprise.
And that will be a good one. Of course, does Tony, is he going to be ready?
I hope so.
And,
Last week he threw 2 interceptions and coughed it up for 3. Yeah. He was personally responsible for 3 turnovers. Hopefully he'll be ready tonight.
And tell us who you like here.
Well, I like Enterprise, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah. See, let me tell you something about this guy. Politics don't come into play here.
Never.
He's in this thing to win.
I got to get that steak from Big Graves.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike,
Who was in politics last year?
I know
and I picked. Hey,
I know it.
It worked for me.
The politic
did.
picks won it last year.
Hey.
Yeah. GQ. All right.
I won this, but I lost the election.
All right, go ahead, tell
Mike,
us.
we're going 35 minutes down the road to Enterprise, and I'm thinking, and you're a better historian than I am, but I believe the last time Troy beat Enterprise in Enterprise was the state championship year of 1980. That was the last time we beat Enterprise in Enterprise.
That's right. Well, I didn't even know we beat them then. I don't even remember seeing them play in 1980. But I don't see. I can't remember Troy playing Enterprise in 1980 when they won the state championship. They played a lot of good teams.
They did. I think that was the last year we beat them down there.
We need to look into that. But you're going to take the
also,
Enterprise Wildcats.
The penalties last Friday night down at Bulldog Stadium were just almost too much to overcome down there. And if they do the penalties again tonight, it'll be hard to beat Enterprise on the road.
And I'll tell you one thing, not many teams in the country have a quarterback named D.Q. Tony.
Well, he's fast.
Dairy Queen Tony, is
Dairy
that right?
Queen Tony. Yes, sir. That's
and,
it.
got a lot of ability. Ginger, who do you like?
CHHS, my alma mater.
All right, your alma mater.
1987.
Well, it's my alma
I
mater, too.
love Charles Henderson, but I just can't see him right now going to Enterprise. Enterprise off of a big win over Dothan. I'm going to take the Wildcats. Of course, Ricky, you took Charles Henderson.
Absolutely.
And,
upset of the year.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all. And of course, we were sitting in Veterans Memorial Stadium a few years back, where the quarterback on the last play of the game tried to keep it, and our linebacker shot the gap, and we beat them.
That's right.
Home. I will tell you this: in 1964, my senior year in high school, we went to Enterprise, and we beat them at their homecoming on a Jackie Jackson extra point. We beat them 24 to 7. Well, gosh, what was that score? 24 to 23, something like that. And we won the South Alabama Championships. Wow. That was back in 1964. And you beat Enterprise at Enterprise. You've done something. Of course, a beautiful, beautiful stadium, great
54
bands,
years ago.
2 outstanding marching bands. It's going to be a lot of pageantry.
Oh, the bands will be great.
I tell you what, y'all just took 20 minutes to pick one game. Y'all better speed it up.
Okay.
Well, it's the hometown team, Mike.
All right, you're exactly right. Eufaula at Beauregard. Eufaula turned the ball over, Neil, 7 times in a loss to Early County. I bet that Early County game doesn't count on that schedule.
It does. I don't think so either. It was a jamboree. I'm going to take Beauregard just because Eufaula is still bruised and battered from the playing Georgia team.
And that Georgia team, Charles Henson ran up and down the field on them in the spring, didn't you think?
They did. Eufaula's got a new coach, a new system, and they're trying to adjust to Rigby. And going to Lee County on the road, I got to go with Beauregard.
You're exactly right. Beauregard's got a good program.
Well,
Ricky?
I tell you what, the only reason for this is I heard there's a pretty awesome lake out in Eufaula. So,
yeah.
I don't know too much about
you
this
heard
two
right.
teams, so
you heard right.
I'm going to go for the lake team at Eufaula.
Okay, and that's not a bad pick. Virginia?
I'm going to go Beauregard.
Beauregard. And
Gotta
of
go
course,
with Lee County.
I'm not going to go into the history of Beauregard, but I'm going to tell you this. They are going to beat Eufaula this weekend, and that's hard to say. You'll beat Eufaula, but I think
they don't lose about 2 or 3 games a year.
This is a very good Beauregard team, so that's who we're going to take. All right, now Pike Liberal Arts travels to Freeport, Florida. Mike, did you ever figure out how they ended up playing Freeport,
It's a long
Florida?
way to go.
No, I mean, I have no clue. I mean, it's a public school that's, I think, 3A in Florida. So it just somehow it worked out. They needed to play somebody, and Pike Liberal Arts needed to play somebody.
That's right. And how to get there, you go to Bruce and take a right.
That's right.
Now, if you
Yeah,
took
you
a left,
could
you go
go,
to the
yeah.
dog track. Now, if you take a left and you end up at the dog track, you went the wrong way.
Yeah, that's
But
Ebro.
if you
You
go
know,
in,
Elba, Sampson, Ponce, Leon, Bruce, take a ride.
that's right. And Bruce has got the fork in the road. Do you know what I'm talking about?
There'll be a lot of people staying at the beach this weekend.
That's right.
I bet.
That's right. But hopefully they'll come back for the Troy game. Ricky's wife and children are coming to the game this weekend, and will they leave? What time will they leave Texas?
They'll hopefully leave Texas around noon, probably be here around 8:30.
Well, that's great. That's not bad.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Is that all the way from Marshall, Texas? Pike Liberal and Freeport, and I love those Pike Liberal Arts Patriots, but I can't see them going in and beating a team like Freeport at Freeport. I'm going to take Freeport. Who do you like?
Pike Lib.
Uh-oh.
Political pick.
Okay,
Got to go with the home
Ricky.
team.
Once again, okay, my sales manager, Ray O'Brien, his son is the
That's
linebacker
right.
for the Pike Lib. So that would make for a very long day if I went to work today and did not pick Pike Lib. So we're going to go with the home team
There
once
you go.
again, and we're going to pick the Patriots.
Good
Okay.
pick. Good pick.
That's a good pick. How about you, Neil?
Well, Mike, I see the Patriots making a pretty deep run in the playoffs in the ISA this year, and got a chance to go undefeated in their regular season schedule. But going across the state line to Florida to a public school, a 3A school, getting on that bus and taking that 2-hour trip and then a 2-hour trip home and having to eat supper somewhere else and not sure if your parents are coming to the game and all that good stuff, and just playing a public school at the 3A level, I got to go with Freeport.
We're talking about probably the numbers. Pike has 30 players. Freeport probably has 60. When you think?
Yes.
And
I would think,
a lot bigger school, no question about it. But it's going to be a good one, and I'm proud of those Patriots. And don't get me wrong, I wish for them to win, and I'll be paying very close attention to it. Alabama Christian playing at Pike County in the Bulldogs. You saw them last week. In their league, they're going to be tough, aren't they, Neil?
Yes, sir, they are. Every year, that jamboree game, you can throw it out the window. When Pike County starts playing in their league, they normally get it together and find a way to win football
There
games.
we go.
No question about it. And they'll be wearing this helmet with a big bulldog on outside, up close and personal. The Pike County Bulldogs, though, look out for those Bulldogs, and they're so well coached.
I'll take Fred Holland and his Bulldogs.
Okay, who do you like, Ginger?
Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs, and I'll take the Bulldogs of Pike County. They're playing at Bulldog Stadium, Ricky.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be on the bandwagon with that one. Pike County Bulldogs.
Okay. All right. A good one at Dale County when G.W. Long of Skipperville, Alabama, goes head-to-head with Dale County. Dale County beat Arrington at Arrington. Did you watch the film on that?
Highlights. I didn't watch the film.
Let me tell you, Arrington, in that game, Dale County ran back 2 kickoffs.
It was a special team fiasco.
Of 90 yards or more, 2 touchdowns on kickoffs, and ran back a punt. Running play 70 yards. They had 3 big plays, and other than that, Arrington plays them straight up.
Yeah. It was Coach Dunn pretty much told us the same thing you just told us about the special teams. He said it was just a weird game on the special teams.
Yeah. Tell us real quickly about your Sunday night show.
Mike, Wally and I, we have our sports chat with Neil and Wally on Sunday night, and we're on 6 o'clock and Channel 2 right here, just like you. And we're also on Facebook Live and YouTube. And last year we covered just high school sports. Just high school football.
Yeah.
This year we're going to go all year long, every Sunday night, and we're sport chat with Neil and Wally. We're hitting on everything. We're even going to hit on flag football, recreation, recreation basketball, high school volleyball. We're putting highlights on social media. We're just having a real good time with it. We hope people tune in on Sunday night at 6 o'clock.
Well, there's no question that is a great show, and Sunday night's a great time,
Yeah,
because you're able to cover both high school and college.
That was a big difference.
No question about it. Okay, G.W. Long, Dale County. This is a tough one. Virginia Green Nowling.
I'm going with G.W. Long.
G.W. Long, boy, she knows a winner when she sees one, but she's gonna lose this one. She's gonna lose this one. Give me Dale County.
Me too.
Dale County High School of what's my little town there?
Oh, Mike, you put me on the spot.
No, Dale County High School of Midland City, Alabama.
Yeah, Midland City.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll take Dale County. G.W. Long coming off a woeful year last year. After several very, very strong years, G.W. Long just could not get it together last year. Dale County looked real impressive against Arrington. I don't see why Dale County shouldn't win this game.
Well, let me just tell you this. I know football is huge out in Texas, where you live. You're what, 100 miles north of Dallas?
120 miles east.
Do you live on the prairie or in the desert or where?
We live in Piney Woods.
Piney Woods.
We got pine trees and
so
flowers.
y'all do have tall trees?
Oh, absolutely.
See, that's one of the only places in Texas that does. How far are you from Tyler?
About 40 miles.
Okay, and of course, let me just say this. Dale County High School's got one of the prettiest playing fields of any high school in the state. It looks like a golf course.
Yes.
And, boy, that'll be a great setting between 2 very good programs, G.W. Long and Dale County. I'm taking Dale County. Who do you like?
I like Dale County at home as well.
Okay, all right. Everybody takes Dale County but this young lady. She takes
the guru.
G.W. Long. You folks out there playing along with us.
Blake, what do you know about that game? Why is she picking?
Ladies and gentlemen, you folks out there playing along with us, don't be tricked by this young lady act like she doesn't know what's going on. Let me tell you, she swept the table on us 2 or 3 times last year.
Oh, yeah.
And she knows what she's doing. The Arrington Purple Cats are coached by one of the finest young men I think I've ever known. It's Stephen Gilcrease, the head football coach at Arrington. When he's not coaching football, Ricky, he's catching chickens.
Is that right?
He owns a bunch of chicken houses, and after he gets through getting the chickens taken care of, he goes to the practice field.
Yep. Oh my goodness! I hope he takes a shower before he goes.
Well, let's just say this: Arrington at Goshen, and Bart Snyder's team is a very good one too. So, and his team went 12-2 last year, playing at Goshen. It's going to be a good one.
It will. We had Coach Snyder on the show last Sunday night, and most of the show was about what Goshen had returning and what they graduated. And they graduated 16 seniors, and I think he told me 7 of them went on to play at the collegiate level.
That's right, yeah.
So Goshen just, I guarantee you by the end of the year, Coach Snyder will have them coached up and they'll be rolling by about game 7. But right out the gate here, they did not play a jamboree. This is their first time out. Ayrton has played a jamboree. This is their second time out. And as good as Ayrton looked against Dale County, minus those special team plays you talked about, I got to say that Ayrton will probably edge out the Eagles tonight.
Going to be a real good game at Eagle Stadium in Goshen. And I don't know if this agrees with you. I think it does. Boiled peanuts, best hamburgers and hot dogs at the most reasonable price, Neil.
Oh, yeah.
You can afford to buy a hamburger at Goshen. They don't, I mean, instead of $5, it's $2 or $1.
That's right.
And their barbecue's delicious. It's old-time football. It reminds me so much of the old times with a great concession stand. And I'm sure you've got places in Texas like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to take everything that Neil said in consideration, but I'm going to still take Goshen at home. I think they come out fired up for their first game.
You're going to get one of those, Ricky.
I think they come out fired up for their first game.
Ricky, you're either
last second field goal wins the game.
See, he already knows the tricks, doesn't he?
Yeah. Ricky, you're going to win either the Enterprise or the CHHS or the Pike Lib or the Goshen. You're going to win one of those three.
You said one of them.
I
expect to win all three.
I'll tell you this is going to be a great ball game. I'm going to go out on the limb and take Arrington because they've already played a game and they've got a lot of skill players back. I'm going to take the Arrington Purple Cats.
They got the starting quarterback.
I'm going with the purple Goshen Eagles.
Uh-oh.
Miss Political.
He's going with the Goshen Eagles, and rightfully so.
Look, one of my best friends is the Goshen head coach, and I'm picking Ayrton.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind
of... Everybody knows that you play the
you
game
may not
for
have
keeps.
a friend for very long.
When there's food involved, I'm playing to win.
Okay, now we got another one. We're still in the high schools, ladies and gentlemen. We got Brantley playing at New Brockton. Brantley, of course, we call it Title Town, Ricky, around here. Okay. They won a lot of state championships and probably looking forward to. They said the kid that transferred from Troy, went to Goshen to Vanderbilt, is now transferred back and has committed to Troy, and he's playing for a
Junior College
Mississippi. Said he threw for over 300 yards last night in a big win. You know, the junior college there play on Thursday, and he's coming to Troy the next year.
I hope
I think his name's Jacob Free, isn't it?
Yeah, Jacob Free.
That's great.
Yep.
But who do you like here, Virginia and Alling?
Brantley.
The green
Bulldogs.
and the white of
Brantley Bulldogs.
All right, that's going to be a good one. I'll take Brantley.
I just don't think you can go against any team that's called Titletown.
That's
right.
You better believe it.
I'm going to go with
Brantley. I tell you what, if you'll sit up here every week and pick Brantley, you're going to win most of that.
That's right.
But Brantley's got a new coach in Roland Jones.
Well, he's been there before. He's coming back.
And he's one of my good buddies, and wherever he's been, he has won. And I tell you who you're liable to. You know who you're liable to see at the ball game, don't you?
Who?
Mike, tell him who's liable to be at the ball game.
What, Boo Weekley?
Boo Weekley.
Boo, oh yeah, him and Roland.
Boo Weekley, the guy for a real big buddies.
Yep.
All right, does everybody take Brantley?
Yeah, I got to go against my buddy Bo Pittman down in Enterprise. He's a big New Brockton Gamecock. Played linebacker for Troy University back when we were in school, but I got to go with Brantley tonight.
Okay, big one at Red Level. Zion Chapel coming off of a loss. This is a tough one here. I don't know that much about Red Level. And Zion Chapel is much improved. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna take Zion Chapel to win the game.
My buddy Noah Lowry, the ex-graduate from Charles Henderson High School, the big-time quarterback for Charles Henderson last year, and my co-host on my show, Wally, his son is down there helping out with the offense. But I got to take Red Level tonight. Hey, you talking about a minute ago, Mike? You were mentioning plush high school football fields.
Yeah.
Red Level, you could just about cut a hole and putt on that field in Red Level.
Some people take real good pride in their fields, and they definitely do. Who do you like here, Ricky?
For no reason at all, I'm going with Zion. Zion Chapel. Okay, we got Zion Chapel.
Exactly, no question about it.
Zion Chapel is where we're going with.
Okay.
It's a little school down in Jack, Alabama.
Red Level.
We'll do it. Okay, we've got Elba at boy, you can. This is
those records.
This is high school football like it's supposed to be. These are two towns that they love their football.
About 12 miles apart.
12 miles apart. Opp is good. Elba is good every year. So you got to sort of, I call it a Jerry Clower game, because somebody's going to have to just shoot in there because one of them's got to have some relief.
Oh.
The Marcel Ledbetter game right here. Just shoot up. Yeah, he went up and see what happened there. Marcel, he was in his overalls and he went along on the coon hunt, and the dogs had the coon in the tree, but the coon wouldn't come down. So Marcel sort of went up there with his bare feet, went up that tree like you wouldn't believe. But when he got up there, it was something he didn't expect. Instead of a coon, it was a wildcat. And that cat just ate him up and ate him up. And Marcel sent word down to the bottom. He said, guys, I don't know what y'all do, but just shoot up in here because one of us got to have some relief. And they gave Marcel. Elba and that's a Marcel Ledbetter game. I'll take the Bobcats at home over my good friend Pate Harrison, who I think the world of.
I'm going to take Opp as well. I just think Elba's still trying to get used to Coach Harrison's style, and going on the road to Opp, they'll be ready to have a big pep rally.
But this is another example of good old Alabama football.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. And I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to keep this upset trend going. I'm just going to go with Elba on this just to be different from the rest of you guys because I can see your sheets. So.
Yeah.
Well, Elba's quarterback might be the fastest player in high school football.
And he wins the game for him.
He's a state champion
he wins
runner,
the game for him tonight.
and he can fly. But the Bobcats, hey, man, they're tough. The gold and white, or the purple gold, the Bobcats, gold and black. Okay,
Mike, I want to tell my favorite Marcel Ledbetter story.
Okay.
They gave him a new chainsaw. He was a pulpwooder.
Sure. Oh yeah, pulpwooder.
Pulpwooder, and he could cut a whole cord of wood a day with his bow saw.
Yeah, sure.
And they give him a chainsaw for his birthday or Christmas. I forgot, but he went out and he was using that chainsaw, and they came back and said, "Well, how you like your new chainsaw?" He said, "Well, I don't like it." And they said, "Why not?" He said, "Well, I was cutting a whole cord of wood the other way. Now I can't cut but about a half a cord of wood a day with the chainsaw." And they said, "Well, what's wrong?" And they said, "Well, it must not be working right." And Marcel said, "Well, it seems to be working fine to me. I just can't cut as many trees as I could with my other saw." And they couldn't. And they said, "Well, bring it over here and let's look at it." And they got it on the back of the tailgate of the truck, and they pulled the cord, and that thing fired up. Marcel said, "What's that noise?" Mike, he's been cutting trees without it cranking.
Exactly right. And we've got a Pike Tree Service now in Troy, Alabama, and he's taken over for the veteran Baker Tree Service, and so it's Pike Tree Service right here in Troy, Alabama. All right, let's go. Did everybody take Opp?
I picked Opp.
Except for Ricky.
Oh, okay. Elba. Ginger took Opp, and you took Elba. So that finishes us up on the.
Let's go ahead and do Georgiana at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I got to do that. Georgiana and Luverne at the bottom.
Yes. Yeah,
and the reason it's at the bottom, I missed it when I first went around. But these are two outstanding programs. Georgiana, a little town just off the Interstate 65, and man, they are really good. And Luverne, always good. Big rivalry here. And who do you like here, Ginger?
Luverne.
Luverne, that was quickly done. How about you?
I'm taking Luverne at home.
Okay, what do you think?
Georgiana had a comeback win last Friday night, and they have had two really, really fine years. And I'm going to take Georgiana on the road at Luverne.
Well, they tell me, and of course, Coach Riles is an excellent, and Mike, you'll verify this, he's an excellent offensive coach.
He is.
I think he's going to, if anybody's going to beat Georgiana this year, it's going to be Luverne.
You're right.
And I'm going to take Luverne in an upset over Georgiana. And right now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Well, there goes Scotty. There goes Scotty. Beam us up, Scotty. We're going to go to our first commercial of the day. We'll be right back.
Napa know-how. Here's some Napa know-how for you. Your local Napa Auto Parts store in Troy is under new ownership with an all-new fully stocked store. Big deal, you say? Big deal, we say. Like the ownership, the store has a new look, too. We're still delivering the same Napa quality and know-how, but we've increased our inventory and are committed to helping you find the parts you need when you need them. So come check us out. We've got the right part at the right price at the right time. Know-how. Napa
know-how.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
At the Piggly Wiggly, we proudly support our local farmers and bring you the best they have to offer, all at cost plus 10%. When you shop local, you reinvest in your community. Remember, buy local, shop local. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
I stood out at the country club last night. We were eating supper.
We were back on the air.
Back to our show. I'm Mike Amos. She's Virginia Green Nowling. He's Ricky Clark. Haley, ladies and gentlemen, he's on a FBI most wanted list. They're moving him from Marshall, Texas to Troy, Alabama.
Witness protection.
From God's country to paradise. Is that right?
That's right. I love it here.
And of course, everything about Troy he loves. He loves ball. He loves to hunt and fish. He loves to follow local high school football, and you're in paradise, aren't you?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, everything.
Glad to have you here.
Everything that I love is right here in Troy. So.
You got a daughter that's a good volleyball player.
Yeah, Mallory. Hey, Mallory.
You got two sons. One plays baseball at Tyler Community College in Tyler, Texas, and the other one plays
at Jarvis Christian College.
At Jarvis Christian College, and they would love to get back to Troy one day, and I'd love
Absolutely.
it.
It'd be awesome.
But so far, so good.
So far, so good.
At Pike County Ford on the bypass, looking for a Ford 150. I've got one that I just love, and I put 240,000 miles on it, and still running smooth as silk, and still love it. But we're picking games this morning, and looking forward to the big weekend when Troy gets ready to do battle with Boise State, and of course Boise is one of the top programs in the country, and they'll be bringing a bunch of folks in here. I looked for a bunch of folks running around last night. I saw a few orange and blue, but tonight they'll be full of them all over the place at restaurants and
Ruby Tuesdays.
So B. Curtis, you know, I know this. You know, hey Boise, we're going to beat the heck out of you. Rama Jamma Yellowhammer. Give them well, Troy, Alabama.
Wish them well.
Wish them well, Troy, Alabama. Bum, bum, bum. But it's going to be a great one. And if one of those guys drops by your tent Saturday and smells those hamburgers, don't give him one. No, we want everybody. We want to show our class. We want you to know out there today
we are classy people.
That we're first class people. We love the game of football, and we love our team, and we love our band. Hey, let me just say this: we want everything to be good for you this weekend, except for the final score. So we want to win that thing. But it's going to be a great day in Troy, Alabama.
It is.
And we're so proud that we have a university that plays big-time college football.
Yes,
that
sir.
had to do, now I'm going to ask you this right now, point blank. That had to do with you moving to Troy. Division 1A program, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge to have a D1 school in a town of, 18,000 people.
That's right.
So, and the school is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's one of the nicest colleges and stadiums that I've ever seen.
And he fell in love with Troy, and all he had to do was have a little old golf cart ride with me. Is that right?
Just a golf cart ride with Amos around the campus.
Yeah, that's right.
Made it all worth the trip.
Somebody said, Mike, who was that outlaw you had with you? Well, I said, he sells Ford cars and trucks on the bypass.
That's it.
Okay, let's get going. College games. Appalachian State out of the Sun Belt Conference goes to Penn State, and they're probably going to have a whiteout.
I haven't heard that, but I bet they might.
Now it is. They consider the whiteout at Penn State as the top game of the year last year as far as pageantry. They said everything in there was white, not every other thing, but everything. And if you now we're wearing cardinal, just like Neil and I right now. This is the garment for tomorrow. Yep. Everybody's expected to wear cardinal colors
to the game.
And Mike, if you don't have a cardinal shirt, stop by the tent. Pike County Ford got you covered.
All right, T-shirts giveaway.
T-shirts in cardinal colors tomorrow. So
that's right. That's exactly right. You hear that, Ginger?
I hear that.
Okay, and of course, this guy's hit the ground running. I mean, he's gotten involved in. He's already given to the PTO. You know, I told him when he got here. I said, "Now let me tell you this: Troy, Alabama will $100 you to death if you don't watch it." But let me tell you, it's all
well worth it.
Great cause. Yeah. And I tell you what, no, I don't think there's a more caring community in America than Troy, Alabama. I could give you examples after examples. Like last night, everybody wanted to meet you.
Everybody was very welcome.
I mean, it was like you were a celebrity. I mean, like you were signing autographs. Kenny Campbell, let me just give you my autograph. But really, didn't you find it to be that way a little bit?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a lot, like I said, it's a lot like home. Yeah. Everybody's very, welcoming, and it's just a lot of nice folks.
And let me tell you the sad thing about all this, ladies and gentlemen, the real sad thing, of course, he comes to Troy, Alabama, and you probably never even hardly heard of Troy other than football. Have you heard about that?
DeMarcus Ware is the only reason why I've ever heard of Troy, Alabama.
But of course, Division I football, you'd heard that because you look at it every weekend.
Right.
But the thing that is sort of heartwarming, you're leaving your hometown of Marshall, Texas, for the first time in your life.
First time in my life I've ever lived anywhere.
You're leaving all your brothers and your sisters, all your old girlfriends. You're leaving the police chief that's let you out of jail a few times.
Absolutely.
But it's a funny feeling in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, but again, it was a big move for my family and I. But being here, Troy feels a lot like home.
Steve, how many hits have we had on Facebook out of Marshall, Texas today? And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome all of you on our show, the Pike County Ford Picks of the Week. All right, let's get going. Appalachian State, Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State. We are Penn State, Neil.
I'll take Penn State. Watch out, though. Better keep your head on the swivel here. App State went to Michigan about 8 years ago.
Sure did, and won the game.
Ago, up in the big house and beat Michigan. And App State pushes for the Sun Belt Championship every year since they joined the Sun Belt. So Penn State better be ready, but I'm taking Penn State.
No question about it. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Penn State's going to be tough at home. I think App may show up for a little bit, but they won't be there for the long haul. Penn State pulls it out.
Okay, Penn State pulled it out. Notre Dame at Michigan. What a ball game. Well, I missed one here. Let's take Texas at Maryland. You're a Longhorn. Tell us about it.
No, sir.
You're a TCU man, aren't you?
Go Frogs. Go Frogs.
Go Frogs. Those purple people eaters.
Absolutely. But being from Texas, I'm gonna pull for Texas in this one. I think it's going to be a tougher game than most people expect, but I think Texas.
All right, you're going to take Texas?
Yep.
I'm going to take Texas. Virginia, who do you like?
Texas.
Okay, Neil?
I think Tom Herman's going to really start. You're going to start seeing his efforts take hold this year. They're going to have a much better season. But I'm taking Texas merely because of the off-field problems of Maryland.
Mike, Texas's coach, everybody said for a long time that Harmon was the next great coach. But, he's taking a little while to prove it.
Yep.
Mike, what do you think? He's
we lost him.
We lost him for a second. All right, everybody takes Texas. Notre Dame at Michigan. Just shoot in here because one of them got to have some relief, and this is that type of game.
Just shoot up in here.
Absolutely. This is might as well flip a coin type deal. I don't remember the name of the guy that the coach got in Michigan. He transferred in.
They call him khaki pants.
Maybe that's what it is. But
have you ever noticed?
It's going to be a tough game, but I think at the end Michigan pulls it out. Being at home.
They really do. They call him khaki pants. He always has khaki pants on, and most of the time he's going without a shirt.
Oh my goodness.
Like he was at a camp in Montgomery not too long ago, and that's when he was out in khaki pants and no shirt.
That was in Prattville.
In Prattville, yeah.
Put on a shirt.
All right, tell us who you like.
I probably shouldn't pick Notre Dame, but the Fighting Irish.
Well, and this game is played
in Michigan.
At the Big House. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, that right there tells me a lot right there. I like, even as lucky as the Irish are, and they are lucky, I'm trying to decide which team's the luckiest, Auburn or Notre Dame.
I'm a Troy fan, but when my feet are held to the fire, when my feet are held to the fire of Auburn, Alabama, I'm an Auburn fan. But I will say Auburn is lucky.
Yeah, I'll take Michigan at home if that's the way it is.
Yeah, I'll take the Big House. I'll take Michigan as well. Shea Patterson's who you speaking of, transfer from Ole Miss, and he has been slated as a starter. Yeah. And he will Notre Dame on the road at Michigan. I think Michigan pulls it out just for the big home field advantage up in the Big House. And
that was the most important thing, where they were playing this game, and I don't know why. I had some questions about it, but evidently that's the case, that they are playing in the Big House. 114,000.
I can't remember, but it's up there.
I think it's right at 114,000 people in this game, and of course it's the largest stadium in college football. All right, everybody took. Wait a minute, anybody who took Notre Dame?
Anybody?
Okay,
I did.
I would have almost guessed.
Blake took Notre Dame.
Well, because you think the uniforms are pretty.
I like their
right?
uniforms. What can I say?
You like those gold helmets.
I like the Moody Rudy.
But now I like those. I like those Michigan helmets. You would think. Neil, you would think that more people would have the Michigan helmet, but the only other team I can remember that has the Michigan helmets is the team from Delaware.
Yeah, that's right.
What's the Ducks?
The Hens.
Yeah, the Blue Hens of Delaware wears those type helmets.
Yeah.
And one high school team.
Isn't there a South Dakota team?
I don't know exactly, but I can't understand because I like the way the helmet looks.
Traditional.
Okay, La Tech at South Alabama. La Tech, of course, coached by Woody Holt's son, and Skip Holtz. South Alabama has a new coach, but he's a good one.
He's a Troy guy.
And of course, our coordinator went to South Alabama. I think La Tech could be in trouble here, but I'm not going to go on the limb right now. I'm going to take La Tech. But let me tell you, this guy will build a program, no question, at South Alabama. Campbell played here, won state national championships at Delta State and at this team out in Missouri. Plus, he won a junior college world championship, national championship.
I'm taking South. I just all those Troy University genetics rolling around down there. I just feel like they're going to protect their home turf.
Of course, Troy's offensive coordinator is now their offensive coordinator. Not Wasden.
No, you're right. Edenfield.
Edenfield.
Yeah.
And of course,
Wasden's at Hunting.
Edenfield's son is a full-time coach there. Did you know that? Yes, sir. And played right here at Charles Henderson.
Quarterback for Charles Henderson, that's right. And was a great slot receiver for Troy University.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, I like La Tech.
I like Louisiana Tech as well.
I'm going with the Jaguars.
All right, how about you?
Louisiana Tech.
Okay, Louisiana Tech.
I'm getting way up on everybody.
That's right. Yeah, he thinks he's got it going now. Middle Tennessee at Vanderbilt, and here's another one where a team like Troy is going up against Vanderbilt. I'd take Troy in a second over Vanderbilt.
Would you?
Oh man, I would take them in a second over them. But I don't know if I want to take Middle Tennessee in a second over.
I'm still mad at Middle Tennessee for wanting to get out of the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
So and good riddance. Now I don't like them anymore now that they're gone. So I'm taking Vandy.
Middle Tennessee's the largest college in Tennessee.
Oh well. Middle Tennessee is that team that can upset just anybody at any time, like you say. Troy can do the same. But I'm going with Vandy at home.
I am too. I think it is a night game. And Vandy will be in all black, and so it'll be ugly.
Vanderbilt's got a running back that's a real deal. I can't call his name.
All right, listen to this. She said Commodores without any question. So look out for her now, ladies and gentlemen. She knows what she's doing. BYU at Arizona. Brigham Young University, Ricky.
Man, for no reason whatsoever. When in doubt, go with the home team, so I'm taking Arizona.
I'm taking Arizona, but also because they got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So I'm taking Arizona.
Arizona.
Okay.
Well, darn, I thought I was going to be the only person to take Arizona.
Yeah.
See?
This would be a good time. This would be a good time for you to take BYU.
Yeah.
Golly. Well, I'm thinking about changing. No, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay with the Wildcats.
Let me tell y'all a quick story.
I just knew I was gonna be the only person.
I had, some of these Mormon missionaries.
We all lose. We all lose.
I've always liked them and respect them so much, and so I brought a couple of girls that were Mormon missionaries on my show. This has been 4 or 5 years ago, and the kids, they were just great, and I found out a lot about them and everything except for one thing. I didn't realize that one of the girls' father was the athletic director at BYU.
Oh my goodness.
So 2 weeks later, I get a big package from BYU. I said, "What is this from BYU?" And I opened it up and had a real nice windbreaker, a hat, and a shirt. I guarantee at least $200 worth of merchandise.
Wow.
And he said, "I just wanted to thank you for being so nice to my daughter being on your show."
How about that?
And it was AD at BYU.
How about
and
that?
he said, "I noticed you mentioned us playing y'all sometime. I said it would be great to play BYU. Wouldn't you like to play BYU?"
Yeah, I would.
Not in Provo, but here.
Here, yeah.
But and he said, "You know what? We'll sure think about it." And I told the AD at Troy that this was the older AD a couple of years ago, and he said he'd look into it, but it tickled me. We had a home and home with BYU.
You would feel sort of responsible for that.
Yeah, I sure would. Okay, Central Michigan at Kentucky.
Got to go with the SEC team.
And and of course, I'll tell you something else. Kentucky's got a running back that is a real deal. Who do you like?
I like Kentucky at home, no doubt.
Ginger?
The Wildcats.
Okay,
Right.
moving along quickly.
Yes.
North Carolina at California. This is a tough one. Going from Chapel Hill, North Carolina,
East Coast to West Coast,
to all the way to San Francisco, California, and play California. Who do you like, Ricky?
Man, I like the Tar Heels going to California.
You do?
Beating them at home. Yep.
I'm just the opposite, Mike. I think the plane, the air travel from East Coast to West Coast, North Carolina, a lot of suspensions going on up there with their athletic program. And I just think that the travel implications in this game, I got to go with the home team, the Bears.
And my opinion is this: those baby blue uniforms are not going to scare anybody in California. And so I'm going to take California. Ginger, who do you like?
California.
All right, California. And so
Ricky's
you're
gonna
the
get
only
one
one,
up on
Ricky. Ricky, I call it's what winners are made of. The Tennessee Volunteers. This is the Tennessee Volunteer Football Network. We're not as good as we used to be. I'm sorry. And we play a West Virginia team that Herb Street said it would be in the top 4.
Yep, that's what he said.
And they got a quarterback, Will Greer, transferred from Florida, that they think's the best quarterback in the country. What are your feelings?
Yeah, I mean that's listening to Herb Street. Herb Street's a pretty smart guy when it comes to college football. So, I think West Virginia wins this one big at home. I think they embarrass Tennessee.
Well, I've heard that say in that. It's hard for me to see Tennessee treated like that because they were good for so long. Who do you like?
I'm a big Patsy Cline fan, and I think she was from West Virginia.
Yeah,
and
boy.
I'm going to go with West Virginia.
I tell you what,
I don't know of any other better reason to go there.
Well, how did that Patsy Cline song go? There was a lot of them.
Crazy.
Crazy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't you sing it for me?
No.
Come on
no,
now.
No,
listen.
no.
It was.
No way.
Hey, listen. It's part of it.
No way. Let's move on.
Okay. Crazy. Now, she sang a bunch of others, though.
Walking After Midnight.
All right, here we go.
You hear this?
Oh, Rocky Top.
No, not Rocky Top.
Wrong on Tennessee.
I guess we know who he's picking.
Oh, Rocky Top.
No
Rocky
way.
Top, Tennessee. I love that song except for after a Tennessee touchdown. Listen to that. Let's be quiet. Rocky Top, Tennessee. And that way, what you do on that latter part, what you do is you hold your nose. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Okay.
Mike, I'll take West Virginia. I think Greer, the transfer quarterback from Florida, is the real deal. Holgerson will have the team ready. They're ranked in the top 10. And Tennessee, just a rough start to the schedule, having them right out the gate over on the East Coast.
I'm going to take West Virginia, and of course it's a good program. Now we're fixing to get some. Listen to this. Let's be real quiet.
Fancy playing.
Crazy.
That's most of y'all's pictures.
Yeah, most of y'all's pictures. Honey, I want to dance. That's one of the great slow dances in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the sad thing about this Tennessee game is the head football coach at Tennessee is married to a girl from out here at Banks, Alabama.
Philip East's daughter.
That's right.
Philip played at Troy.
And you know, let me tell you how it happened.
Casey East Pruitt.
That's right. And let me tell you how it happened. She went to school at Troy, went to Charles Simpson, went to school at Troy University, worked with the athletic department, and went to Florida State as a graduate assistant, you know, to work on her master's.
Yeah.
And when she was down there, she met a young man from Sand Mountain, Alabama, and now he was coaching at Florida State, and Pruitt now is the head football coach at Tennessee. So listen, her way of living went up in a hurry. Yeah. I mean, you know, they're embarrassed. The SEC teams are embarrassed if they don't pay their coach at least $4 million.
I know.
They'd be embarrassed. You'll say, I can't believe Alabama pays their coach $10 million a year. You know, we'll at least pay our guy at Vanderbilt $4 million.
Mike, you've been watching any of that Rolling with the Tide?
I love it. I love it. No
I knew you'd be on that.
Yeah. Okay, everybody takes West Virginia. Nobody picks an upset here.
No, I just can't.
Okay, we got Ole Miss versus Texas Tech. And this one, it's going to be played in Houston, I believe.
It is.
And what do you think here? I'm going to put it on you, Ricky.
Man, I think it's going to be a shootout, but I think Texas Tech wins it. In Houston, still a little bit of home field advantage.
I want to say the over/under was something like 71, and they'll run by that.
They'll score 80. I think they'll do it.
Yeah, I'm with Ricky on that. It will be a shootout. Texas Tech just through the years just don't play defense. The Red Raiders known for scoring 30 and 40 and 50 themselves. Ole Miss, well, I'm going to call them an Ole Miss, and we're going to go. I'm going Red Raiders.
Oh.
Okay, how about you?
Going with Ole Miss.
All right, now, Ricky, which way did you go?
Texas Tech.
Yeah, you want to know? Yeah, let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen.
He's taking all the Texas schools.
Bud Casey coached at Texas Tech, and he said, "Mike, you got to want to go to Lubbock, Texas." He said, "When it rains out there, mud, you've got mud in the air, the wind blowing all the dirt everywhere, and then that dirt, when it rains, turns to mud." He says it's nothing to have a football team on the field, and they will be all just coated in mud at a practice. And then, hey, the wind blowing sand all day long. Isn't that right?
That's right. Yeah. Wow. It's a dirt bowl for sure.
Yeah, but of course they play pretty good football, and their coach is in trouble. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to pick the upset Ole Miss. I'm going to take Ole Miss. All right, so how many do we have? We had two
Texas and two
that's
Ole
right.
Miss.
Coastal Carolina of the of our conference, the Sun Belt, plays at South Carolina. I don't think they will even be close. I'm going to take South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina will run rampant in this one.
And let me tell you a quick story, Ricky. And of course, I tell a lot of quick stories on this show because I run the show. But I will say this: Coastal Carolina, is going to be good one day, no question. But the quarterback at South Carolina went to very rarely does a junior in high school just leave Opelika High School and join the team at South Carolina. He was a junior at
Opelika
High School, and he went ahead and signed with South Carolina and played as a
started college early.
You played early as a freshman, and you just don't see that much.
I've never seen
it. And he has been outstanding ever since.
He has. The Chanticleers are not ready to play an SEC team right now. South Carolina big.
Yeah.
No question about it. I thought I'd circle Ole Miss, but
Mike, what is a Chanticleer?
I have no idea.
It's a chicken.
But I'll tell you this: you watch that program. It is a beautiful, beautiful setting up there. Beautiful campus.
It's up around Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more of Pike County Forward's Picks of the Week right here on Channel 2.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
At the Piggly Wiggly, we proudly support our local farmers and bring you the best they have to offer, all at cost plus 10%. When you shop local, you reinvest in your community. Remember, buy local, shop local. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Here at Town & Country, we are proud to be an American.
We've had you covered on the inside since 2005, and with our addition of Southern Grill and Patio, we now have you covered on the outside. Come see our great selection, where we make sure grilling and relaxing go hand in hand.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Bye, honey. Love you.
I love you too.
We just talked to Ricky. Had to call his wife, and she was watching us on Facebook and had to leave to go to the hospital.
Yes, sir.
But it was great to hear from her this morning, and hopefully a lot of people are watching on Facebook this morning across the country and across the world.
Probably watching in Honolulu.
Her name is Virginia Green Nowling, and I'm going to ask her to pick perhaps the toughest game of the year.
Oh my goodness!
So far, which is the early year, is Miami playing at LSU. But now this is a neutral field, isn't it? They don't actually play at LSU, do they?
I saw it last night. Where are they playing? They're playing.
But it is a neutral field, I believe.
I think they're playing at Cowboy Stadium.
Okay. Who do you like? That's right, Jerry World. They're playing at Jerry World. They play on Monday, I think, or Sunday, one of those days.
I've got to pick LSU. It's probably not a very good pick, but
I'm when their coach comes into the game, there's going to be some law enforcement officers that are going to pull him off to the side and frisk him. They're going to frisk him. He looks like a mafia hitman. They're going to frisk him. What do you think?
What about that raspy voice?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Look,
you boys, come on over here.
I was right. A Chanticleer is a chicken. Rooster, so I'm picking LSU.
No wonder they can't win a football game.
This is going to be a great
Gamecocks
game.
and Chanticleers.
It's a rooster.
All right, what do you think, Ricky?
I tell you what, I think Miami really puts it on LSU at this game. Miami's really going to roll on this one.
Yeah, really? Oh, okay.
I think Vegas has overstepped their boundaries on this one. I think they got way too many points on Miami on this one. I think LSU keeps it real close with a scrappy,
defense.
Very good defense, but LSU not enough firepower on offense. Miami pulls it out late.
Well, and I say this, and I know people get tired of hearing it, and I don't mean to be sacrilegious here at all, but if the Lord cared who won football games,
Mark Richt would win them all.
Mark Richt would win them all. That's right. Just like Chan Gailey would have won them all.
That's true.
You know, I mean, but that's not, the Lord does not care who wins football games, believe you me. Boy, it was a tough pick. Who did you take?
I picked Miami. Late. Vegas has got it wrong. It's going to be close.
When nobody thinks LSU is going to win, they're going to win. So I'm going to take LSU. You like the uniforms too, don't you?
I like their uniforms.
But you know what? They made
She's
a
an
bad
Auburn
mistake.
fan. She just wants to pull for a Tiger.
LSU had not worn white helmets in forever, and they decided they would wear white helmets against Troy, and they got the brains beat out. But they've gone back to that yellow helmet, and that's the way I look at it. Okay, Virginia Tech at Florida State, and watch out here. You know, Florida State is that is Virginia Tech, Florida State.
Florida State.
Should be a good one. I watched Texas A&M play last night, and of course Jimbo Fisher is now the head coach at Texas A&M. Who do you like here, Ricky?
Man, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a game. At home, new coach. I think Florida State pulls it out against Virginia Tech.
It's going to be a goodie. I'll take Florida State.
Me too, Mike.
Where would this game be played?
It's in Tallahassee.
It's in Tallahassee. Oh, yeah, that's a big field advantage.
It's Francois or whatever. Whatever the quarterback's name is that got hurt.
It's a French name.
Yeah, he's playing this.
He got hurt last year and missed the last 9
games. He was looking good until he got hurt, too.
He's back, and it don't matter who's coaching him. I think he's going to single-handedly win
Francois, something like that.
But anyway, I'll take FSU.
All right.
New head coach down there, though. Make a star by that.
That's right. Virginia Green?
FSU.
Nowling? FSU. So everybody took FSU. Colorado at Colorado State. Just shoot in here.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think Colorado, just after watching Colorado State play Hawaii last
week. They got shell-shocked.
I think Colorado continues that.
I like the Buffs, too.
You like Colorado?
Just the thumping they took over in Hawaii last weekend. They're not over it yet. I like the Buffs.
Okay, I'm taking Colorado. Navy at Hawaii, and everybody last week said, "Oh, Hawaii's going to get killed. They're playing Colorado State, and listen, they're going to start calling Hawaii quarterback USA."
I'm telling you,
because they've got a quarterback here that just single-handedly beat Colorado State. Now the problem is that they're going to have at Hawaii, and
they won't have the ball.
They're not going to get the football. They're going to get that. Navy's going to get that ball, and they're going to take it out like that. And he's going to mesh with that fullback. Then he's going to go down that line, and that guy, that end's got to either take him or the pitch man. And he's going to do this right here and pitch, and the guy's going to go 15, 20 yards. But Navy doesn't give you the football enough to beat you.
Every time they drive the length of the field, it's half a quarter gone.
But the game's played at Hawaii, and they got to go across the big water.
Yeah, I'm
and even though these guys are midshipmen.
Did they take a ship or a plane?
Water's not going to bother them.
I don't know. Water's not going to bother them. But you know what? If Hawaii can do that on the road, I'm gonna say they can do it at home. Big upset. I'm taking Hawaii.
Me too. Rainbow Warriors.
Man, I think Navy's a better team than Colorado State. I think Hawaii wins the game last week, but I think Navy comes to Hawaii and wins that game.
Yeah. What do you think?
Got to go with Navy.
Got to go with Navy.
Ricky, Navy strolled up in the Veterans Memorial Stadium about 6 years ago.
And we beat them bad.
So I heard.
And Vegas had them favored.
Yeah. And the year before, they beat us bad, but we could have scored 60 on them that game. They could not stop Troy that game. Okay, Army and Duke. We go from Army to the Duke Blue Devils, who I have great respect for the coach. Army went 10-2 last year.
Yeah, but they're playing Cutcliffe, and they're a little out of their league here. And I'll take Cutcliffe and the Blue Devils.
What do you think, Ricky?
Yeah, I think Army's a tough team, but still no match for Duke at home.
Well, I tell you.
Cutcliffe will have them ready. They might have one penalty the whole game.
Virginia, what do you think?
Going with Army.
You going with Army? Big upset here.
Good pick, buddy.
And they're going to be hard-nosed. I'll take the Duke Blue Devils to win the game at home. Northwestern, they do play at home, don't they? I don't know exactly where they play.
Northwestern, they played in Indiana last night.
Okay. Northwestern, and
don't tell Ginger.
You took Purdue, didn't you?
I abstain. I'm going to go with Northwestern.
Northwestern. And you know what? Brother,
I can even predict the score.
Brother Clark last night made me change my mind. All right, the big game, ladies and gentlemen, coming up this weekend, and we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back to let you know, or I will let you know, who's going to win the Auburn-Washington game, who's going to win the Alabama-LSU game, and I'm going to give you the score and the winner of the Troy Boise game. So tune back into us in just a few minutes.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
That looks good. Back to our show, and ladies and gentlemen, here's the Fearless Foursome. You know, all jokes set aside, you know, it doesn't really count until we get down to the big three. And I'm going to be able to tell you who's going to win, so you can listen to what they say or do. But I'm going to give you the winner. In fact, we might even do a tiebreaker on this. Why don't we do a tiebreaker on these next three? Neil, I'm going to let you get started. And we'll do Washington and Auburn. War Eagle.
War Eagle. That's right.
You know, he's around here somewhere. I don't know where McDonald's are.
Where is Albie?
Albie, I got him around here somewhere.
We'll find him in a minute.
Where's Albie? Where's Albie? All right, listen to that.
There he is.
The Auburn Tigers are in Atlanta, Georgia. 2:30 kickoff against the Washington Huskies, 4th-ranked Washington Huskies. And and he's ready. Albie's ready, and the Auburn Tigers are ready. The Wise boys have already left town.
I guarantee they have.
On their motorhome, and they're going to the baseball game tonight and going to the game tomorrow.
Yep.
Big game though from what is it, Mercedes Stadium in Atlanta. Auburn and Washington. And let me just say this. I'm going to go out on the limb right now and tell you this. We're talking about Auburn and Washington. Auburn University and their program and Washington University and their program. You know, they're well coached and all that. But let me tell you something. Speed kills. Yep. And Auburn is going to kill them on speed alone. I'm taking the Auburn Tigers to win that football game, and I'm going to give you a score. I'm going to take Auburn 38.
Woo!
Yes. And I'll take Washington 21. 38-21 Auburn.
Well, I'm going to use what we call on the golf course reverse Haynism. I'm going to pick Washington hoping to Hain them. I think that Peterson is a great coach, the old Boise State coach, and his way of football is finally digging in at Washington. They're the number 6 ranked team in the nation, and not for no reason. I think Auburn's defense is probably one of the best in the country, but we got a freshman kicker in Carlson's little brother, and I like Washington to eke this one out. And but don't count Auburn out in the SEC, and don't count Washington out for being in the top 4 at the end of the season. I'll take Washington.
What I'm wondering about is what Washington is going to do with Auburn's defense. Auburn's going to stuff them. I really believe they're going to stuff them.
They might.
You see Jacksonville State and that team from North Carolina, they're going to stuff them like Jacksonville stuffed that bunch.
Yeah. Now, guess who won the game?
All right, what is your part?
North Carolina A&T won
that
game.
Yeah, I know, that's right. I pull for them.
I'll take the Huskies.
I don't like Jacksonville State.
I'm pulling for Auburn with all my heart, but picking on this show, I got to take the Huskies.
All right, by what score?
I got Auburn 24, the Huskies 28.
All right, 24 to 28-24. All right, Ricky.
Well, I'm going to disagree with Neil on this one, and I don't think Washington's a number 16 in the country. I think Auburn's going to be very, very good and very, very fast, like you said.
They will be fast.
I'm going to pick Auburn 28-10.
28-10, Auburn. Okay. All right, Virginia Green Nowling.
Of course, I'm going to pick Auburn. I hope that Gus Malzahn is ready for this first game. In the past, I've not
slow starters
that
usually.
He's a very slow starter, and I'm not.
Gus's teams get started slow.
You're right. He last 2 or 3 years.
It's like he's not ready for the season to start.
Exactly about it. Red Wise brought it to my attention that he's not good in his first 2 games of the season.
But I'm still going to pick Auburn 24, Washington 21.
Now, a lot of people might not realize this. Well, most of you do realize that the coach at Washington was a legendary coach at Boise for all those years. And he's the one that built that Boise program. Well, there were a couple other guys who were good too, but he's a super football coach. But like I say all the time, he can't play. You know, Barry Switzer was a great coach at Oklahoma, but he can't play.
Eligibility's out.
All right, so what do we do? Who took Washington?
I did.
All right, and the rest of us took Auburn. Is that right?
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now a big one at Alabama, and of course, you know, Big Al. Let's hear it from the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
I'm going to need some earplugs for this.
Let's hear it for the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
He's got this one hot wired. Watch this.
He's hot wired. There it goes.
Don't let it electrocute you.
The Crimson Tide of Alabama goes to war this weekend against Louisville. And what is that?
Cardinal.
The Cardinal, but what is that guy's name? Petrino. Petrino. And, you know,
Bobby.
He likes to ride a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? And he's that same
guy. He don't like to ride them alone.
But Alabama, the defending national champion, and that game comes on the air. Let's see. It comes on 7 Eastern Central Time, 8 o'clock Central Time. And you can watch that game after you see Troy beat Boise.
They're in Orlando.
And they're in Orlando, and of course, Alabama folks are ready. And have you been able to find that Alabama fight song?
Yes, sir. You ready?
Let's play. Let's do it for those
I was
Alabama
letting you run it over there.
Remember, the Crimson Tide of Alabama, Ricky. You're in Alabama country now. Troy, Alabama, and then Auburn.
Well, I'll tell you what about this Alabama-Louisville game. I'm a TCU fan. When I'm not rooting for TCU and Troy, I'm rooting for whatever team plays Alabama. Okay? I'm going to be the bad guy.
Louisville ain't got Lamar Jackson.
Hey, if I was getting my butt kicked every year, I'd say that.
So, I probably won't get this one right, but I'm going with Louisville just because I can't say the 2 words that you're supposed to say.
Oh, you've just given up a pick.
All right, give us the score.
He's giving up a pick to hatred.
I love it.
Well, it's kind of hard to give the score because I'm just picking Louisville, but
yeah, that's right.
If they win, it's going to be what? I'm just going to say
9-2.
I'm going to say 13-7.
There you go.
Louisville.
Who plays quarterback for Alabama, Ricky?
Nobody.
I'm really.
I heard the best scenario yet. They said they were going to come out in the Wildcat formation.
Oh,
that way nobody got to start at quarterback.
That's right, and you put them side by side. Exactly right, and you don't know. But I like Alabama big in this game. I like Alabama to beat Louisville 48-14.
I got Alabama 31-10.
I like them big. All right.
Alabama 41-12.
41-12. And this guy right here, this new Ford dealer, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, like old Coach Bryant said one time, I want you to hear this. You know, back when back in the old days, Alabama was going to the Sugar Bowl and to play for the national championship, whatever team they were going to play. And everybody was wanting to play Alabama because if they played Alabama and beat them, they could have won the national championship. Well, the old veteran coach at Nebraska, Tom Arnsborn, said, tell that son of a buck, this is on national TV. He called Coach Bryant a son of a buck, said, tell that son of a buck not to duck us. What he meant, he wanted
play
Alabama to play
Alabama.
Nebraska for the national championship. And you know what Coach Bryant's reply was? He said, things like that don't bother me. He hasn't been wearing his spurs very regularly. He hasn't been wearing his spurs regularly. And can you believe a coach said, tell that son of a buck, who is Bear Bryant, not to duck us.
Yeah.
But dang, isn't it great to be, though, a part of college football and high school football? And I know out in Texas where you come from, football's a big sport.
It's huge. It's huge. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. This is a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
And, of course, you know, I don't want to hear, you know, I'm glad you're on this show. I don't want to hear your,
no, you do it this thing.
What's the railroad song?
You got to do this.
The eyes of Texas are upon you. Bum, 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 bum. They're throwing up over here. It's the Texas.
His ears are bleeding.
And what is the TCU motto? How would you signify it?
We just do this right here, Horn Frog.
Oh, is that what it is? Horn Frog. Y'all are one of the ugly. Next to Oregon, y'all one of the ugliest teams in the country.
Man,
who is the ugliest team in the country to you, as far as the way they look? Now, when y'all used to come out in all black, which y'all did for a long time, maybe a little bit of purple in there, and of course he's an Oregon State guy. Yeah.
What is this song?
All right, now the Troy.
Is that the TCU fight song?
Now the last but not least, the big game, ladies and gentlemen, will be here in Troy tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. It's the Trojans of Troy University going head to head with the Boise State University of Boise, Idaho, in what is going to be one of the greatest games in the history of Troy football. Big game. Who do you like, Neil?
I go with my hometown Trojans.
All right, give us a score.
Troy wins 27-23.
Okay, Ricky, who do you like?
Man, I'm going with Troy. 48-21.
48-21, a high-scoring game.
They put it on.
All right, Ginger?
Troy 21-20.
21-20, that sounds good. I'm going to take Troy 28-24 as the Trojans of Troy defeat the Broncos of Boise State in what could be one of the greatest games ever. And here's the fight song for the Trojans of Troy as they prepare to go up against the Broncos. And what we want more than anything is for you to wear red, but most of all, be there for the walk. The walk will be at 3:45, 2 hours and 15 minutes for the game. And then, of course, put your fannies in that stadium and holler.
Mike,
every time Boise's got the ball, holler, holler.
That's right. I want to clarify, this is not a political pick for me. I'm picking because you look at the big teams that have come to Veterans Memorial Stadium. The only team that got out of here was Mississippi State because of a terrible call in the back of the end zone.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, there's something about these big teams coming here.
Yeah, I've said it all along. And you look at the Missouris, the Oklahoma States, the Marshalls, the people that have come in here and gotten their fannies whipped. And let me tell you this, we're going to be the best sports we can be, but we hope we can wear you out, Broncos, tomorrow right here at our stadium. Kickoff is at 5 o'clock sharp, so get out early and tailgate. You're going to tailgate. Everybody in town hopefully will have their families out. It's going to be a great atmosphere for college football. And again, remember the Trojan Walk will be at 3:45, and that's when the team comes walking down, and you can be real close to them. The band will be out there. You're going to be right in the middle of it.
Be right in the middle.
Hey, are you excited?
I'm excited.
Are we getting you texted?
We're going to turn him.
You Horn Frogs. You get excited for Troy, is that right?
I'm excited about football and Troy, absolutely.
Well, we're so glad you're on here. We appreciate
Thank you, Mike.
your Pike County Ford on the bypass right here in Troy. Hope you've enjoyed our show today and made the best team, your favorite team, win. I know everybody can't win, but we hope that our Trojans win, and that's what counts around here as far as I'm concerned. Hope that you have a great day. Our show comes back on today at 1:30, so watch us And we'll see you bright and early Monday
Welcome
morning.
back, college
Tell us
football.
about your show on real quick on Sunday.
Sunday night, 6 o'clock, Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. Check us out. We cover all sports.
And we've
College
got the
football.
playback of the Charles
Yes, sir.
Henderson Enterprise game in the morning.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So we hope that you'll get into the football picture. This is a huge weekend of college football right here in Troy, Alabama. See you then. See
Have
you
a
out
great
there at the game.
weekend.